Okay, guys, it is the 11th of April, day 20, day 26 of when I feel it all started and everything. So, day 26, so we're now getting on for nearly 4 weeks. Beautiful day today, beautiful sunny weather. This is about 7 o'clock in the evening, and temperature's quite warm, and it's not too bad here. And yeah, so I've just been reading an article by an institute from the University of Seattle in Washington, which is predicting that the UK will have the most deaths of coronavirus in Europe by the 4th of August. The most deaths. They are predicting that there'll be a peak in about a week's time, when on average, potentially, we could have about 1,600 deaths a day. Way higher than Italy, Spain, France. So it begs the question, why is it that Britain, a modern democratic country, on the same level playing field as Germany, France, Italy, Spain, South Korea, Australia, turns out to hold the world record in the number of deaths and the number of people who had coronavirus. It's just mind-boggling that we are now more or less, you could say, not quite, but we're a close second to America. America is going through a hell of a time, really, really bad. I mean, it's just incredible. But they're going through a hell of a time for very distinct, specific reasons, based around their healthcare system, which is based on rich and poor, and based around Donald Trump, who basically just doesn't care two hoots, and he just thought the whole thing was a big joke. In Britain, we have a really, really high death rate because our politicians and all the scientists were incompetent. They saw it coming. They started to make their decisions. They started to make their strategies. But it's like, we're not the experts. You're the experts. We're relying on you. And it's looking more and more like you had the wrong strategy. Or basically, your strategy was based on finance and economics. You weren't prepared to put the money in. You weren't prepared to actually make the really tough decisions like Singapore did, Taiwan did, South Korea did. Trace and test. Find the people who had the virus, trace all their contacts, test them, and keep on testing everyone around them. Even to the extent of, at the end of the day, if it comes between life and death, I don't care if you've got a microchip in my phone and you know exactly where I've been 24 hours a day. It doesn't bother me. If it means it keeps me alive, that's okay, that is fine. But seriously, guys, you have failed us big time. Really, really, really big time. There's another point to all of this, and the point is what happens afterwards. Reading lots and lots of articles in lots of publications and media about what's going to happen afterwards. Almost like a brave new world. For definite, I think if I was to make some kind of prediction, I think we are seeing the slow end of America as the number one world power. I think we are seeing the rapid rise of China as the world power. And thirdly, I think we are seeing a reappraisal of how societies do things. I think China is going to be the number one world power, but I don't think we have too much to fear by it. China, the number one world power, is based on economics at the moment. But gradually, in China itself, as the middle class becomes more prevalent, they themselves will want the cheaper goods. And they themselves will insist that, manufacturing is outsourced to maybe Africa or some other poorer countries to provide them with the cheap goods that they want. Just an idea. I have no idea what's going to happen, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to go now. Going to get back into the back garden, do some gardening and everything. And I hope you guys all stay safe. Please, please, hopefully if you see this, subscribe. Look at my other videos and click on like. Okay? Alright. All the best. Bye.